Welcome back to the Everything Podcast crew. I'm here with Andrew, or CN Big Gamer 96 on YouTube. We are going to talk about today YouTube and streaming versus TV. Is YouTube and streaming kicking out TV shows? That is the big question of the day. What do you think?
Yes, I honestly think that.
Do you think it'll take time, or do you think from streaming now is probably bigger than YouTube as it is going over time? I believe it's right now bigger than YouTube. But do you think there's a time period on when it may end? Like when TV shows might start getting to that point where like their budgets are getting so big but not enough people are watching them?
I think we're already starting to see that because a lot of big companies like Paramount, for prime example, are moving to their own streaming platform because they see it more revenue through there than they do with anyone with a cable television.
True. So with streaming and YouTube possibly taking over the scene, what does that mean for those companies? Do they themselves just go into streaming services like Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu?
Like I say, like with Paramount, there's Paramount Plus, HBO, there's just Max, and you can go to countless others, but it's legit. It's the way that everyone is just doing it now. It's everyone's just doing streaming. That's why, like, you see, like, on TV, like, for, like, MTV, it's just nothing but ridiculousness with Catfish. It's one of those, too.
It's true. So do you think there's a time period in when this may happen, where TV is just not there anymore, and YouTube and streaming take over completely?
I mean, we're already starting to see that because of the fact that no one really is starting to, like, get rid of cable. They're starting to ditch it in favor of, like either YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, whatever it is.
Yes.
While then, like, these companies recognized it a little bit too late, in my opinion, and so they're rushing to create, like, maybe, like, their own app for, like, the Apple TV, iPhone, Android, whatever it is.
So basically what Paramount Plus is doing.
Still watch like local news in a way.
So like basically what Paramount Plus is doing.
Yeah, but Paramount Plus doesn't do like live television. Only Hulu does live television.
HBO also has one that has live TV, correct?
No. So I know Hulu does. YouTube does, as well as Peacock, but Peacock is only like with NBC stuff. So
very, very not exclusive. Sorry, not exclusive, but not very much of a variety with Peacock.
Yeah.
So, do you think it'll hurt the movie industry too?
In my honest opinion, no, because of the fact of. As we saw, like, with the pandemic, like, instead of just releasing it onto a movie theater, like, Black Widow was supposed to be released in a movie theater in 2020, but it got delayed to 2021 and got released exclusively on Disney Plus.
Well, with that being said about the whole movie thing, right, you can theoretically just buy a better camera, like, not one of those people that, like, vlog or anything. But you could buy, iPhone 14 and 14 Pro can record 4K, but you could theoretically buy a decent camera, a good mic, and you can film your own kind of movie too.
Yeah, and that's the whole premise of what the old YouTube was. It was basically like, hey, do basically like, hey, just record yourself, broadcast yourself is what they would say, but it slowly became more of, you need a production team, you need like an editing team. You basically just saying you need a team, just like how like in big industries have that stuff.
I mean,
keep churning out like movie after movie.
Yeah.
Like us, where we may even just be doing it by ourselves. Like I may be like the one making a video and then editing it and then making a thumbnail and then uploading it. I'm not like, okay, I record a video, like said video, right, and then okay, hand it off to the editors team. Then they edit that together, and then obviously then I tell the thumbnail artist, you know, hey, here's my idea of a thumbnail for this video. You know, go and create.
I mean, with the YouTube one, especially, you see people like the Sidemen who started from their homes and low production and everything, and now they got camera crews, they got editing crews.
I mean, it's the same thing with Smosh too.
Smosh too, correct. Although if I am correct, Smosh had a really big financial problem at some point, and Good Mythical Morning ended up helping them with money.
No, it was Anthony who wanted to create YouTube. He actually had a part-time job while Ian really didn't. And he actually went out and bought an actual camera.
Okay.
So that way they can do YouTube. And then they started doing YouTube, and obviously back when they were doing YouTube, there was no such thing as monetization. The only way you could make money is through a medium, like a partner, essentially.
That, ads, partnership, brand deals, bring all the money.
Yeah, and so obviously then that's when they sold Smosh, and that's when their production went from, oh, I'm just holding a camera and we're doing skits by ourselves, to here's a full-on fucking production team that we can pump a video out every single fucking day and not get tired.
Kind of like the 100 Thieves too, then, right?
Yeah. And it's just like every other channel. Like any big channel that you see, probably not like PewDiePie, maybe PewDiePie, but...
Basically anybody in a group. That's what you were wanting to say. Anybody who has a group has like a production studio itself.
Yes, and then like for people that is like PewDiePie, that is like Markiplier, that is like Jacksepticeye, they personally do have editors. They hire them.
Oh, editors, yes, but I heard PewDiePie uses Bandicam still, so I mean, man's made a lot of money, but he's using a little things out of date.
Well, I mean, but still, you know, it's like you use what obviously it worked best for you at the time. You don't.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like with people like this, you know, they're jumping up to, okay, I'm gonna go and, like for me, like I live stream on Twitch.
Yeah.
Right? And so I take like then my whole entire VOD, I download it onto my rinky-dink little MacBook Air.
Yeah.
And then I edit the video that way.
Mm-hmm.
And then I obviously upload it to YouTube and literally have more fun with that.
So we're now noticing YouTube boxing take off to a degree that is people never thought would happen, right? First few boxing fights were like the KSI versus Joe Weller, and it's basically skyrocketed off there. And now YouTube is coming out with the NFL Pass, I believe, Game Day Pass. Can we start seeing?
They've always had that.
I know. Yes, correct.
You know.
But now can we see YouTube start saying, "Come to us for the boxing. We'll put it on. We'll get the promoters. We want the ring in the center of the square. We want it to be the YouTube logo." Do you think YouTube could end up doing something like that and having a whole boxing thing where you have to buy the fights from YouTube, then YouTube takes a percentage and then gives the percentage to the fighters? Basically, YouTube promoting it to the degree.
I don't really see that because of the fact of YouTube is owned by Google, and Google probably doesn't want to sponsor that kind of stuff because of the fact of, maybe like it's bad for like the brand. Because think about that, because like, hey, here's an actual YouTube sponsored boxing match compared to here's like the Simon Boxing that partnered with YouTube to like live stream it free of charge.
Yeah. You know what? If that is Google's actual thing, fuck you, Google. Fuck you.
Also, it costs a lot of fucking money too. And,
I mean, it's true, but you get a percentage of the people in the stadium, arena, whatever it is. Then you get a percentage of live streams. Now, if we were to have KSI versus Jake Paul, that'd be a lot of fucking money. That would be a lot of fucking money for YouTube.
That is true, yeah.
And instead of that, a streaming service is going to get it.
Well, I mean, DAZN already has basically like the amateur boxing under its belt. It was just iDubbbz that decided, let's bring it back down to its roots with the Creative Clash series.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not much of a series, but it's still Creative Clash, and that was always good as shit. But it wasn't as good to obviously sit there and straight up do it that way.
Yeah. So basically, in conclusion, we can both agree on that one day streaming in YouTube will 100% overtake TV.
Yeah, 100%. I see it more like in 5 years or so.
Okay.
More
I agree. I think it'll. I do agree. I do think it'll take time. I have actually recently posted a video for y'all that are gonna watch this. Make sure to go check that out. The Hollywood strike has really messed with production of shows and movies with the writers going on strike. So I honestly think we could see it move from TV to YouTube and streaming faster because of what's going on right now in Hollywood.
Well, right now, like what's going on with Hollywood, it's going to help content creators.
Exactly.
We don't have a writing team. We just do it whatever the fuck we want. Like with me, like with my live stream, I'm not going off of a script or anything. I'm legit pure raw, having that raw energy, and then just taking that and turning it into a YouTube video, rather than like, oh hey, here's a live stream, but it's all 100% scripted. Like, okay, I'm going from let's react to this to then react to that. Let's play this game, play that game. No, it's I got a friend on. All right, let's play some Fortnite, or let's play some Halo. Or
I wanna take that what you said that people don't have scripts. I 100% think there are some YouTubers out there with scripts. So don't fact check us on that.
I mean, like if it's like a high production of a script and all that, then like a high production, like let's say like Markiplier's with the YouTube Red series, the interactive. Yeah, that's all done by script. Of course it is. Or let's look at the slow-mos, YouTube Red series as well. Yeah, that was also done by script, and it's not. It's not 100% pure raw compared to, hello, I'm actually filming just a normal YouTube video. It's like, it may not even be scripted at all.
Well, with that being said, I think we both agree that, again, YouTube will probably, not just YouTube, but YouTube and Twitch will probably overtake TV at some point, unless they all start moving to streaming platforms. But then again, we're going to end up paying, like, a crap ton of money just to have multiple streaming services just to watch your shows. And
that's what's inevitably going to fucking kill the streaming service as a whole as well, because it's, do I want to pay for Paramount Plus because maybe like I like SpongeBob, so I can see like all the older episodes for like, let's say $10 a month, or hey, I want to watch Friends again, and so hey,
fuck you, Friends are a good show.
Well, no, I'm saying like, okay, like with friends, okay, let me pay $5 a month for, I believe it's on Peacock or Netflix or something.
It's on Netflix, I think, currently, but I think they're taking it off.
Okay, and I know The Office is on Peacock, so it's like if you want to watch The Office, you can pay $5 a month. Right there, you're looking at $35 a fucking month just for 3 platforms, just because of 3 different shows that you want to fucking watch. And eventually, you know, that's just going to add up and keeps adding and adding and adding. That's what the problem is with our current generation and future generations, is because of the fact that, you know, like with our parents growing up, they didn't have to worry about a streaming platform.
Nope, everything was on a small box TV.
They didn't have to worry about it. No, all they had to do was, okay, let's get a cable TV and
what? Streaming. Recording. 4.
Folks, you're gonna come. I need to put my leg in water.
Okay, I'm almost done. Ato nakabata?
No.
Ano yung teka ba? Where was I?
basically, like how I was saying, you know, like how like in the olden days, straight up, you know, like when our parents were growing up, their parents were growing up, whatever, all they had to worry about was just a TV or a radio. That was it. And that's a one-time purchase. And like cable, yeah, it was a monthly bill, but also at the same time, that was like your one and only monthly bill compared to rent and you know, it was just rent and cable TV, but cable TV was always optional. Internet didn't exist, phones didn't exist, and if phones did exist, it was a house phone, and all you had to do was just a one-time fee of that.
That's very true. Things got out of hand, I think, with money real quick and people, and it is still, you know, we'll see what happens. But at the end of the day, things are changing. So make sure you like content. Make sure you get subscribed to people. You know, it's you find somebody to watch. Maybe it's 15 minutes, maybe it's an hour, maybe it's 5 minutes, but at least it's good content, and it's going to be worth it because it'll end up being free. You don't have to pay anything to watch it on YouTube at the current moment. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Everything Podcast crew, joined by Andrew or CN Big Gamer 96. We talked about a lot today, but make sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn the post notifications on, and 100% make sure to check out the video below. It'll be a good one. And I am clocking out. See you guys in the next one.